How's it going, everyone? My name is Corbin with Home Gyms Canada, and in today's video we're going to be doing a full in-depth review on the jammer arms from Gorila Fitness. I've been loving my time with this attachment over the past few months, so I'm really excited to be here sharing my opinions with you. I'm going to talk about what they are, what they do. I'm going to show you a few of my favorite exercises. We're also going to talk about the build quality from Gorila Fitness. So if that all interests you, I highly encourage you to stay tuned because this is going to be a good one. Without further ado, let's check these bad boys out. About a month ago, we released our overview video, which basically just gave, a brief description of what this attachment is and what it does. And quite honestly, in that video, I left out most, if not all, of my opinions. So in today's video, we're going to be going more in depth and we're going to be showcasing the good and maybe the not so good about this attachment as well. These are the jammer arms from Gorila Fitness, and they have quickly become my favorite attachment just because of the versatility that they have to offer. Now, to reiterate a few of the things I said in the previous video, this attachment comes packaged in 3 separate boxes. Now, the packaging was good, but nothing to really write home about. The boxes came a little bit dinged up, but at the end of the day, the attachment itself arrived in excellent condition. After getting this attachment out of the boxes, you will see that there are 3 main components to this attachment. They're the arms, the lever system, and the handles. Now, there's also a bunch of hitch pins that come with this attachment as well, just to basically hold everything together. In total, there's 8 of those. Overall, the build quality on this attachment is top notch. This attachment is very heavy duty as it's made from the same 2.5 inch by 2.5 inch steel that my half rack is made from. Now, the handles are pretty basic. There's no really knurl or anything to provide a decent grip. However, I do appreciate the fact that there are several different handle options that you can choose from. Now, in terms of corrosion resistance, coatings, and aesthetics, my arms are powder coated in a red finish just to match the rest of the setup. And the lever system itself and the handles are powder coated in a black textured finish. One thing that I applaud Gorila for doing is adding the HDPE plastic on all metal to metal contact points. What that's going to do is prolong the lifespan of your equipment, and more specifically the coating and finish on your equipment. HDPE plastic is very similar to the more common UHMW plastic. However, the HDPE plastic has a higher strength to density ratio. Now, this is the same plastic that they're using for their spotter arms here as well. I also wanted to point out how awesome the red plastic and the black lever system looks. I think they nailed that contrast, and it catches my eye every time I'm in here using this attachment. Moving along to attaching this attachment to the rack itself, in which you're going to do so by using these hitch pins here. Gorila includes a total of 8 of these bad boys with the jammer arms, in which you're going to use a total of 4 to attach the lever system itself to the rack. You're going to use another 2 to attach the arms to the lever system, and the final 2 hitch pins are going to be used to attach the handles here to the arms. Now, I know it seems like a lot of hitch pins, and there might be an easier way for Gorila to do this, but at the end of the day, it's pretty simple once you get the hang of it. In terms of adjusting these jammer arms here, there's one thing I want to mention before we talk about that. I don't think that these jammer arms are in the same class as jammer arms with a trolley system, and the price reflects that, meaning it's going to take you significantly longer to move these jammer arms versus jammer arms with that trolley system for quick adjustments. But in terms of adjusting these jammer arms, it is quite simple once you get the hang of it. However, it just takes a little bit more time. I typically use this attachment around once per workout, so I might not be moving it around as much as others might be. But at the end of the day, I really don't have an issue with the adjustment process. Like I mentioned before, it just takes a little bit more time. If this looks like too much work for what you're looking for, then I would suggest looking for that jammer arm system with that trolley feature for quick adjustments. However, you should be prepared to spend a little bit more money because it can be quite expensive. Here is what the adjustment process looks like on my end from start to finish. Moving along, one of the big reasons I wanted to get my hands on this attachment is just because of how much versatility it adds to my workouts. Like I mentioned previously, I try and use this attachment around once per workout, and quite honestly, it's really easy to do just because of how many exercises you can do with this attachment. I've been using this attachment a lot for pressing exercises just because I think that's what it works best for. Exercises like shoulder press or incline press are really fun to do. And something that might be a little bit unique about these jammer arms is it just gives you that opportunity to kind of step back away from the form and the movement pattern and focus on leveraging yourself between the bench and the handles and pressing as hard as you can. The reason you can do that is because the movement pattern with these lever arms are set in place, and there's only really one place you can go and push these lever arms, and you can't control that. This attachment is also great for functional and explosive training. One exercise in particular that I've been really enjoying is this explosive press exercise. I'm sure there's a better name for it, but that's just what I call it. And also by utilizing bands, you can also alter the tension and the load at certain points in the movement, which is pretty cool. Overall, this exercise is really fun. It burns the shoulders after a few sets, and it also engages the core quite well. So if you have jammer arms, this might be something that you want to try. When it comes to versatility, this attachment is quite honestly top tier. Now there are a few great examples online showing how you can take this attachment to the next level. So what I'm gonna do is post a few examples in the description box below showing how a little bit of DIY and creativity can really take this attachment to the next level in terms of versatility. So if you're interested in that, then you can find those links down below in the description. All right, let's talk about the price point on this attachment. The jammer arms from Gorila Fitness come in at $1,153. Now, from what I've been hearing from a lot of you guys, is that's quite a bit of money for what it is, and quite honestly, I agree with you. I don't think a jammer arm attachment without that trolley system should cost over $1,000, but it is really high in quality and does add a ton of value to my home gym in terms of versatility. And that's what having a home gym is all about, is finding equipment that's really versatile and takes up a small footprint. What I've done now is put together a few other options that we as Canadians have available to us in terms of jammer arms. Now the big and obvious one is from Gorila Fitness. Their jammer arm attachment comes with that trolley feature for quicker adjustments. This attachment, however, costs between $1,350 and $1,600 depending on which version you go with. On the other hand, the up and coming dogs from Irwin Fitness Supply also offer a jammer arm attachment for their racks. Their attachment also comes with that trolley feature and is pretty in line in terms of price point with that from Rogue, coming in at just over $1,600. The last one I want to mention is from Bells of Steel. With the release of their new Hydra racks, they also offer a jammer arm attachment. This attachment does not come with a trolley feature, which means it's going to be pretty similar to the one that we have behind me here. The one from Bells of Steel cost a total of $300 before shipping and taxes, which is significantly less than Gorilla's option at $1,153. However, I will say that the one from Gorilla looks to be much higher quality and does offer a few more options, just like the HDPE plastic or the color customization, just to name a few off the top of my head. To conclude this video, I just want to stress how versatile jammer arms are in general. Whether you go with Gorilla or any of the other companies that I mentioned previously, they've added so much fun and variety to my workouts, and I'm excited to continue using these in future training sessions. In our overview video, I mentioned that the only limitations with this attachment might be your creativity, and I still stand by that. Really, when it comes to jammer arms, the exercise possibilities are endless. If you miss working out with machines that maybe you were used to before switching over to a home gym, jammer arms could be a great substitute because they can mimic a lot of the gym machines that you might find at a commercial gym. In terms of these jammer arms from Gorila Fitness, the quality is honestly top notch and is in line with a lot of the other products that Gorilla offers. They're quite easy and simple to use and move around considering they don't have that trolley feature. That trolley feature would obviously be nice to have, but it's going to raise that price up to between $1,500 to $1,700. Now we have a bunch of jammer arm options available in Canada, ranging from different price points, so I'm curious to hear from you guys which one would work the best for you, your home gym, and your budget. You can let me know down below. I'm also going to include links to all the other jammer arm options that I mentioned previously in the description box below as well. That is going to wrap up today's video. Thank you guys for sticking around till the very end, and I really appreciate all the support that we've been receiving on our YouTube channel. Our subscriber list is continuing to grow every single day, so honestly, thank you guys so much. With that said, my name is Corbin from Home Gyms Canada. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys around here sometime soon.